Meta, that is Facebook, took a strategic decision yesterday. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and has banned Russian-affiliated state media outlet RT, Russia Today, from its platforms globally. I think this is a positive move, and the decision comes in the lead up to the US presidential election as concerns mount about foreign interference, particularly from Russia. The US government has accused RT of being an active participant in covert operations aimed at influencing elections and working in coordination with Russian military. And I think, given the attack the other day on a Ukrainian grain vessel in Romanian waters, which aimed to destroy the grain corridor which passes from Odessa down to the Bosphorus, I think it's perfectly reasonable to respond directly to the interference by Russian media with ongoing business, because that's exactly what it's doing. On the subject of the Russian attack, the Ukrainians have made a counterattack on an oil platform which used to be Ukrainian, which had been taken by Russia, and which is used as a sort of outpost, a sort of strategic command center. And it seems to have been captured in the Black Sea near the port of Sebastopol. And in the process, the Ukrainians took down a £50 million jet by simply firing a missile from a speedboat. A tremendous audacity. RT has already been banned in Europe since 2022, and it seems extraordinary that Facebook should have indulged it for so long, due to its involvement in spreading disinformation about the Ukraine conflict. And this later move by Meta, by Facebook, is a further attempt to combat Russian propaganda, especially given the history of Russian interference in previous US elections. And in contrast, RT's content remains available on other platforms like Twitter, Elon Musk's rather dodgy organ, where certain restrictions on state media have been lifted. Meta's decision is part of a broader strategy to curtail foreign influence on democratic processes, positioning Russia as a significant source of disinformation, identifying Russia as a significant source. And while the Russian government has yet to respond to the ban, the action underscores Meta's intention to prevent its platforms from being used as vehicles for state propaganda and election meddling, and that sounds perfectly reasonable. I have no idea at the moment how YouTube intends to respond to that. I presume it's going to follow suit, as YouTube is also linked, I think, to Meta, Facebook, and Instagram. But YouTube seems to me to be very, very confusing in the messages it sends out. And certainly, if you have any experience of trying to interface with YouTube or with Google, you will know that it's terribly hard work, really hard work. I've been trying to put up some merchandise for the last 10 weeks or so, and I'm still stuck in the system. So the Give Harry a Hug mug and the Sir Rees mug are still sort of waiting to be picked up. I do hope you'll pick up some of them. I think if you follow some links below, you can in fact get these mugs, but at the moment they're not available through YouTube because there just seems an inadequate amount of information and an inability to reach somebody who knows what's going on. And the form filling is incomprehensible. But there we are. That's YouTube. That's Meta. That's Google. That's these extraordinarily large organizations. So it is something of a win to see them censoring as opposed to censoring the Russian channel RT.